Hello everyone out there in huge amounts of land, entire YouTube space, and hello. Today we're gonna be doing what? We're gonna be doing this, and it's not something incoherent in my rambling story of tonight. It only the relation to some particular subject that happens to be this item, and I'm gonna be doing whatever describing activities of this item, and in all my mood of making those silly videos here on my channel, and it's my tiny piece of something probably some story related material, not something rambling in general related stuff that I regularly teach on my channel here. This particular evening of tonight, I'm going to be doing reading words out of this item, and guys, if I sound something weird, something not just reminding some purest American version of my English, particularly tonight, that's probably because I've just done a lot of stuff, mental my brain worked, and that counted my ability to speak in my American. I'm making excuses again and again, and not so maybe meaningful way that might determine something in your life. Probably if so, then you know what to do and what regard it is for my activities here up here, or just my loyal follower and my deep colleague probably do not want to hear my excuses, and just say, Al, go American, and go straight to the point, and go ahead, don't make any fucking excuses. So I'm making those ones just in the practice, to get in the practice to get to get in the habit of the practice, I should say, making those excuses before I commence my main part of my video shoot of tonight. So we've gone so far to this point of my video shoot of tonight, and we've got this all fluffy, nothing meaningful, nothing meaning excuses that we got it out, or we got them all out of our way of my video shoot of tonight. We've got them out of the way, so let's proceed with something coherent for my story of tonight. And this item stems from my childhood years. Actually, it smells like my childhood. Actually, that's from my older TV that my father brought home in the year of 1990, and that was and still is. It sits there on the floor beside my window, beside my heating radiator. It's slightly lower that tacky wheel tape recorder. You do not see the TV itself because the camera angle doesn't depict it right, so I wouldn't rotate the camera so that not to lose my right camera angle for my further video shoots. So I'm lazy tonight, because it was been said I've done and passed a lot of my working process pieces, because that's why I do not want to rotate the camera. So I'm lazy. I'm only pitching this item and showing this scene at the right angle, so that why not get going in my story of tonight, right? So how to do what, you know what, right? The water in my glass jar has the right temperature, and so I wet my throat, I brush my thoughts. Let's do what we have. So this item is my remote control for my Shark TV and TV set, I should say, and it's just a regular, I say it's like old shaped remote control unit. They do not produce nowadays like this shape of remote control. They shape it like more being like narrow and more long, and this shape was designed in the previous era, analog era. I'm analog guy, no can do not. I'm not digit guy. Maybe I may say that I am digit guy, digital world guy, but slightly. You know, the biggest part of mine still resides there in those years, and everything was setting down right. with no rush, no fuss. All those analog appliances were there, and they are still there. Some of those ones live at my place, pretty happy life, as soon as as I touched that point at the very beginning of my video shoot of that. So that TV sharp trademark sits there on the floor, and it says, "Hello, all followers of Al on this channel," and stuff, and goes along this line. It does actually. It's pretty happy item, I say. I wouldn't throw it away. Never, never say fucking never, but still, I said what I said. So, this remote control from that TV, it's ordinary shape regarding the era which it was made during those years, early 90s, or even 1990 year, sharp to be exact. And it has those rectangle shaped buttons on it, pretty like very manly style, I should say, being like black, all black, and black buttons on black, and with gold outlines and gold gold numbers. The gold color goes again, and we all make striving to have gold in our life. So we have gold color like outliner for our, and the main contributor to our numbers, gold color, and the outlines are around the buttons. They're not seen, they appear somewhere on all the buttons, but the outlines is gold color again, and if I stumble, then I don't fucking care. So the sharp name goes in gold again, and the icons, not the outlines. I mixed the words, so not the outlines. Each button, any button doesn't have any outlines, out or counter, so you see. The number placeholder, if you will, sits on its right place for any of those buttons, and it's in gold color, being like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. How many there are those buttons? I didn't count them all. So we may, but we are just wasting time, right? So sharp name in gold, numbers in gold, icons, they're all in gold, and those worn out spots is from my hands when I was little, from my parents' hands, and from me. And those worn out spots, because we press those buttons more than other ones, and that's why those worn spots appear. They worn right down to metal. This front side, can you fucking believe this? It's made out of tiny layer of metal. The front side. Now they fucking do the opposite. They make front or any parts of remote controls out of fucking plastic. Back then they made it out of metal. Not only front side, it didn't dig it right in its rear part, but it's all redundant, and it's not redundant. It's just not needed. Stuff to be followed, digging up to the metal part. But I'm pretty sure it's all around. This remote control is made out of metal, tiny thin layer of metal, but out of metal, as well as the front side is. I'm giving you pieces of evidence of being made, this front part, for this front part to be made out of metal. See, the metal is shimmering right now out of the those spots being worn out with my hands, with my parents' hands. So what else do we have? We have the operate button, and the, I guess it's for video tape recorder section of buttons. They placed lower than the main set of those buttons. This is predominantly oriented for commanding the TV set itself, and for commanding for switching channels and making the volume lower or higher, or switching channels, or for directing the viewer right to the number of channels he wants to view right now, to watch, excuse me, right now, and those numbers or switching channel buttons, volume operating buttons, TV video mode switching button, NTC, PAL, CCAM, and stuff, and other modes of operations. They're all placed here on the upper section of those buttons, and the lower section commands the tape recorder modes. And I didn't have tape recorder of sharp trademark, so I've never used those ones. So they are worn as well, because I touched them out of nothing, just having no tape recorder. I nevertheless I pressed them all, and very frequently I should, but not to that extent, so they would be worn. They're not worn, maybe to the slightest extent only. So we have operate button, we have a record button, or to record with pause, recording button, and the record button itself, along with the pause recording button, they all with the united with one red circle button. And what else? The division line goes like slightly upward from lower position to the higher position, at a slashed angle, and the divider is here, an imaginable divider between the sections of those buttons, upper ones and lower ones. And it says what it says: open. We can open the batteries batteries section. For batteries, they're still there, but they made not so long ago. It's a pretty new one. I say pretty. They are live. I can command mine too, but I won't, because I don't want to waste your time. You're already wasting your time with watching my shit, right? So why do it more? I value your time, my adorable viewers, my subscribers. Jack, hello. If you're watching this shit, I applaud you. I applaud you. If you don't, then I applaud you. Anyway, for not doing so. And this fucking section of fucking white leaves here, this empty section, saying nothing, signifying nothing. This upper section with this dented area, as well as this dented area, slightly wider one, fucking where they placed the sections here. This stuff fell because I cannot hold it anymore. I'm weary. And let's wrap this shit up around 49. I'll be doing my further video shoots with this item and describing in a more deep way. I promise I will. If I have my time, I hope I will have my time to run shits in front of your own eyes. So if you're willing to watch them, then I don't mind about you doing so. Thanks for being with me tonight, for practicing wherever practicing. Maybe you are practicing your American listening abilities, I will practice my American speaking ones. Thanks again for following me, for tolerating this shit for this long, and I applaud you again. Be good, and I gotta roll. No can do. Later, night, wherever. Thanks again for being with me tonight. Be good. I'll be with you on since I release something new and meaningful and shitty for you. Be good. I gotta roll. Bye.